Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, sir and friends. My name is Nurul Fadhillah. I'm from accounting theory class. Today, I would like to present my accounting theory paper with the title Accounting Regulation History in Hong Kong. Accounting is services activity that aims to provide information used in making an economic decision. In carrying out these activities, there are standards that become a reference called accounting standard. An accounting standard is a set of common principles, standards, and procedures that define the basis of financial accounting policies and practices. In practice, there are international accounting standards that apply in countries around the world. There are IFRS or International Financial Reporting Standard. IFRS is an international accounting standard issued by IASB or International Accounting Standard Board, which is the world standard for preparing the financial report. But in this paper, I would like to explain only about the accounting regulation or accounting standard that have been used in Hong Kong until now. So in the past, the Hong Kong government had difficulties when conducting world trade with other countries because at the time, Hong Kong had not used international accounting standard in processing their financial statements. This problem makes the country's government think that Hong Kong can easily conduct its international business affairs. Therefore, Hong Kong officially follows the principle of accounting standards that are widely adopted in the world in 2005, namely the International Financial Reporting Standards or IFRS. Later on, Hong Kong established their own accounting standard called the Hong Kong Financial Reporting Standard or HKFRS. The Hong Kong Financial Reporting Standard has been prepared in accordance with the International Financial Reporting Standard that issued by the International Accounting Standards Council. Accounting in Hong Kong is regulated by the Hong Kong Institute of Certified Public Accountants or HKICPA under the Professional Accountants Ordinance or Hong Kong law and was the only accountants licensing body that responsible for the regulation of the profession in Hong Kong at the time. Prior to the formation of HKICPA in 1972, but until 2004 known as the Hong Kong Society of Accountants, the audit industry was really regulated. So at the time, that helped standardize auditor was the Society of Chinese Accountants and Auditors. And in 1974, an accounting body originating from the United Kingdom or called the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants assisted Hong Kong in establishing the Hong Kong Institute of Public Accountants and formerly the Hong Kong Society of Accountants. Around 1994, HKICPA began to adopt auditing and accounting standard for IFAC and related standard setting bodies. HKICPA achieved its success in 10 years later in 2005, at which time Hong Kong accountants regarded the year as a period of learning, the application of principle-based standard and governance, as well as a stricter regulation of the accounting profession than before. So, and HKICPA was official in 2004 as the Financial Reporting Standard Committee responsible for establishing financial reporting standard in Hong Kong. The Hong Kong Financial Reporting Standard were then merged with the International Financial Reporting Standard or IFRS and come into effect at 1st January 2005. At to date, the Hong Kong Financial Reporting Standard Committee has served as a bridge of communication between the Hong Kong reporting community and the IASB. Beginning in 2005, HKICPA maintained its policy of adopting verbatim against all amendments and interpretation of the IFRS. Therefore, the content of HKFRS is not much different from IFRS. However, there are still some differences that make HKFRS as reference for Hong Kong accountants in preparing their financial statements. Before Hong Kong adopted IFRS in full as reference of HKFRS, Hong Kong had adopted IAS as Hong Kong standard. After making various revision and updated to the HKFRS referring to the IFRS, from 2010, Hong Kong officially enacted the new HKFRS until now in 2022. So from the explanation, we can conclude that Hong Kong officially follows the principle of accounting standards that are widely adopted in the world in 2005, namely the International Financial Reporting Standard or IFRS. Later on, Hong Kong established its own accounting standard called the Hong Kong Financial Reporting Standard or HKFRS. The HKFRS has been prepared in accordance with the International Financial Reporting Standard that issued by the International Accounting Standard Council or IASB. So that's all my explanation about the regulation, about the accounting regulation in Hong Kong. And thank you for your attention. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.